We are back. Welcome back to another episode of the onjpodcast. I'm your co-host, Jeremiah.
I'm your co-host Orlando.
Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Uh, it's the beginning of a busy off season. Uh, you know, it's a lot that's been happening, but I know you'll be able to break it down. What we got first?
Well, first, I think this podcast, we should say we're doing this podcast right before I think free agency starts tomorrow at 6, based
Indeed.
on recording this. So just so much has happened that, we needed the need to record this one before free agency because if not, it was going to be too much. So a lot has happened unexpectedly. A lot has happened that I did not expect. But with so much, I just have Shams pulled up. So we're gonna go through some of his tweets, some of his breaking news, and kind of break down our stuff. Um, I think last time we had an episode, the draft has happened. We talked about Austin Reeves getting that new contract. And I think the second round happened. Since then, right after the second round, or I think maybe same day, beginning with the variety of tweets that has happened since then. The first one is that the Detroit Pistons traded Isaiah Stewart to the Memphis Grizzlies for three future second round picks. Your thought?
Uh, I ain't gonna lie, I wish we would have started with the blockbuster because we kind of predicted it. But hopefully we could do the blockbuster after this one. And you know what the you know what I'm talking about. But maybe he could bring some of that old Grizzlies energy, back to the squad. You know, I mean, it was interesting. It's interesting that they got rid of him. I thought, he kind of had a solid role because I'm trying to think of who do they have because usually if you get rid of someone, then you got someone or you have an idea of what you want to replace that person with. So I'm wondering who that person would be. Um, like I mean I don't because I'm trying to think of who's on their roster. Like I don't really. I mean the only other big outside Duran. I mean, what Paul Reed? Okay, so maybe Paul Reed. That's what I'm thinking. But I mean, Isaiah Stewart, he did bring a edge to that team though that I don't that's kind of tough. You can't really put a value on that. You know what I mean? Like that's not really a stat or anything like that, but it's just it can lead to wins and like build team camaraderie. So who fills in that role and like gives the team like kind of an identity, will to be seen. Will that be Duran? Like will he step up once he gets that new deal? But yeah, I think it's a big loss for the Pistons, not just from a statistical standpoint, but just from a identity kind of standpoint.
So seeing as how they traded him for only uh three second round picks, I
Right,
kind of feel they were probably trying to dump salary.
right.
I don't know what their salary like cap is looking like, but I'm guessing with them probably giving Duran around 30 million a year, maybe probably more.
Hmm.
Um, then they probably needed to cut some salary, and I guess it just happened to be Isaiah Stewart, seeing as how they could insert Paul Reed into certain lineups to be
Right.
that benefit. So maybe that's why they did it. But for the Grizzlies, I think three second round picks for Stewart is good. Um, Carlos Boozer, I mean Cam Boozer is gonna have a nice little backup protection over there in Memphis. Anybody messes with him, they got the protection to make sure they're valuable players, well protected. So good for the Grizzlies for doing that.
Stewart's pretty young. I think he's only 25. So I mean, you know, uh, and even though I mean, I'm sure he's seen a. I mean, I don't expect him to kind of be a vet to Cam Boozer, but I think that'll be somebody a good person for Boozer to compete with for sure. And I wonder if I wonder if that played a part too, right? Like, like this would kind of be the perfect guy to, who's kind of known for antics and known for kind of being extra tough, you know, give that same competition to your rookie top three pick, right? And get him ready for, everything that, some of the bigs in the league have to offer.
Correct. Correct. I like it. Um, I know you're dying and itching for this
Yeah.
big trade. Um, I wonder what
Please,
trade you're talking about.
please tell me. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Not the one that happened. Not well. I hope you know the one I'm talking about.
There's one that happened recently,
Yeah.
today actually, but
No,
that's
not that one.
not
Not
that
that
one.
one.
All right, so I'm guessing is Lamelo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, okay, we're on the
The
same
reason I
page.
want the reason I want is well, I want you to explain the terms, but the reason I want to talk about this because we kind of talked about this like in the last pod in terms of like I was thinking about like Ant needs another star. Like he needs somebody that's on his level in terms of stardom. And then, Minnesota makes that move. So but yeah, like what but yeah,
The details.
who got what in this deal?
So the Hornets traded Lamelo Ball and Josh Green to the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves gave them Nas Reed, a 2033 unprotected first round pick, three first round pick swaps, which is
That's so
28,
far.
29, 2030, and then three second round picks, 29, 32, and 33.
That is so far down the road. Jeez.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense. I guess outside of Ja Morant, like I think this is kind of really the superstars. I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong. If there were any other superstars that I'm not thinking of that were kind of available, like on the move, maybe outside of Giannis, I guess as well. Um, Now, I mean, was I thinking LaMelo? Like I didn't know LaMelo was on the move, but it kind of makes sense, when he got benched. I mean, I'm gonna keep probably going back to when he got benched by Charles Lee, and then I guess you try to like cover it up by putting him back in the starting lineup, and then he starts playing well. But I guess that clearly, if the new head coach has to bench the best player, then it's probably it's not working out essentially, right? I mean, no matter even if you throw him back into the starting lineup. So now, how this will work in Minnesota? I mean, just hide their car keys. I mean, just keep them just keep 24 um 7 just keep them just put them in the just keep them in the gym. Just lock them in the gym, lock them in the film room. Just all they got, all they're like, is just hoops, just hoop development and film development. That's it. Like That's all they need access to. Okay. But I mean, it's exciting though. It is exciting. Just to see what they can do. Like another exciting blockbuster that we're going to talk about. That I mean, that'll probably be a long discussion too over on the west, also on the west side as well, Western Conference as well. So, but yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the trade?
So when you were talking about they needed a star, right?
Hmm.
And you look at the Timberwolves and you kind of don't see the amount of like they don't really have assets that they could trade away for a star. Um,
Hmm.
a star that's on the trade block, that was possible, but I don't think they had the assets for. We've been talking about Jalen Brown. We talked about last episode
Ooh,
there. You know,
yeah.
the the relationship with the Celtics is kind of destroyed. I think they kind of have to trade him. That was one I was thinking, but I don't think they had the assets, especially what the Celtics are asking for. So the fact
Also,
that they, yep,
did they have a point guard too? I mean,
they
now that
do.
I'm thinking about it, like Conley's gone,
And
Dillingham's gone. I mean. Because I don't even know who's left. What, Bones Highland? Is that their only point guard left, I think, at the moment,
Ayo,
maybe? And who?
Ayo, if they put Ayo at the point guard,
And that's
not
yeah,
really a point guard, more like a
exactly right.
combo guard.
So
But
yeah. Oh no, but keep going. Yeah, yeah. We keep going. Yeah.
um, but anyway, just first off, if we look at what the Hornets, I don't think the Hornets got enough for Lamelo. I think I'm like so torn on this trade because I feel like you would think that for someone of Lamelo's caliber, you'd be able to get a lot. And I think really all they got was like Nas Reed and a 2033 unprotected pick. Because all the other picks were just pick swaps. And then
Right.
just second rounds. Really, who cares about second rounders?
Right.
It's really just pick swaps, one pick and Nas Reed. So you would think they would get more value, but then when you sit down and you kind of think Lamelo is maybe a star in the Hornets, but with recent controversies, um, injuries, controversies off the court, with the driving, um, controversies on the court with the fact that he got benched. He was hurt a lot. You kind of could tell that his value was going down.
Mm,
So I'm wondering if this was the best deal. I guess nobody really wanted Lamelo, and this was the best deal they could get.
right.
Um, and also I mean, for the Timberwolves, it's good. It's kind of sad seeing us really being traded away from the Timberwolves because a lot of people liked him on the Timberwolves.
No, he's great. He's a great big. He's great.
Yeah, yeah. But I just think if you sit down and you think that same consideration of all those things that Lamelo has, off court, on court issues, the injury's a big one. Lamelo's getting paid what 40 million a year, maybe for the next 2 years. I think his contract is. Um, and if that man goes down, and I think what did he play last season? 25 games, or the season before that he played 25 games.
Yeah, last season. So last season 72. The season before that 47.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think the Timberwolves are really in a state to afford him to be injured. So, I wonder how they're gonna deal with that. Trying to manage his health to make sure that he's there. But if Lamelo's healthy, he can play make him next to Ant, number one,
And
number
then
three from the draft.
and then
Pretty
also
nice.
some stuff I've been hearing too as well. I mean, this is also somebody that could give Ant a break. You know what I mean? Like, Ant's on the bench, Ant's in foul trouble, hopefully not, but like Ant's in foul trouble or Ant needs a breather. You know what I mean? You know, this is like a perfect person that could still keep the offense going. And he's not afraid to, take tough shots, just as Ant does, right? So I think that'll be great. Now it is only one ball to go around, right? So you have LaMelo, right? A ball dominant guy. Anthony Edwards, can do a lot with the ball in his hands. Julius Randle can also do a lot with the ball in his hands.
He's
AO is
gone.
probably,
He's
huh?
gone. Julius Randle's gone.
Am I tripping?
They traded
Am
him
I,
away.
am I tripping?
They traded him away.
Am I tripping? To who?
I gotta bring up the tweet again.
Oh, dang. The net, the Nets. I forgot about the Nets trade. We talked about that
Yeah, yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I forgot about Nets. Okay. When you put it like that, then I mean,
There's more of a ball now
I
to
see
go
it.
around.
I see it. Okay, I see it. I see it. Yeah. So LaMelo, Ant-Man, McDaniels. Do you start AO? I mean, do you put McDaniels at the four?
I mean,
Like,
honestly, if you look at who they have right now, that's probably what's gonna be Ayo at the three, McDaniels at the four. Because I don't know
no.
who else they have unless they sign a power forward off free agency.
I mean, the only person I can think of who did get a lot of playing time in the playoffs, Terrence Shannon Jr. And he's about 6'6", but he's strong though. Like he's a strong, willing defender, so he could, excuse me, play that three role if you need him to. But yeah, I think they definitely need more pieces though. Like you said, they definitely need some more. That's wild. I forgot about Julius Randle. That's wild. I really thought he was on the team. That's crazy. But let's stay with the Thunder though, just to kind of keep it like flowing a little bit. Uh, I mean, well, did I say Thunder or Hornets? Did I say Thunder or Hornets?
You said them there. I was so
Hornets.
confused where we were going.
Hornets. Let's stay on the Hornets for a little bit though. Um, just Kobe White's 3 years, 74 mil. What are your thoughts on that? Uh, I mean, they,
They needed a point guard.
you trade
I mean,
you trade LaMelo away, so you definitely liked how Kobe White was performing, off the bench. He'll definitely have to probably, step into, like you said, step into that starting point guard role. But I mean, he's definitely not a point guard. But I mean, I'm sure Charles Lee could figure out some things to do with him. But just what are your thoughts on just the 3 years, 74 mil? Just your thoughts on that deal.
they had to do it. I mean, they needed a guard. Um, you look at the Hornets, and I feel like their whole strategy is like out 3-point shoot the other team.
Mm,
Look at that team, because everybody on there is a 3-point shooter.
right,
But good for them to be able to keep Kobe White when they traded for him. I think Kobe White was fitting in very well with the Hornets.
right.
So and he was coming off the bench, so hopefully. putting him in that starting role could, continue elevating him in the same trajectory that he was going.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I think he definitely played tremendously, off the bench, and I don't know if it's like a, and I wonder if it was just the thought of playing for your home state, right? Like I don't know if he's from Charlotte, but I know he's from North Carolina. But I mean, he may be from Charlotte, but like just playing for your home state and just how great he was playing, how efficient he was playing, and it could have been the system as well. Like it could have been the system of Charles Lee and how he plays, but definitely that reunion, that match just was just great. You know what I mean? And he was playing some really great basketball. So hopefully he can continue that, over the next 3 years of his contract. And I mean, the Hornets they've got some pieces. I mean, you still got Brandon Miller. You draft the power forward from Washington, who averaged like a double double. So like you said, 3-point shooting is definitely a thing, and I mean, I would probably be, now that you bring it up, I would probably be surprised if they're not one of like the most attempted like 3-point shooting teams just with what they have. I think hang on, the center, because their starting center would be is Diabate. He still would be the starting center, I guess.
Would you put Nas Reed as the starting center?
Oh yeah, Nas Reed. Oh, ooh, I ain't gonna lie. They could do some things. Like I see it. I could see it now. Like I see it. Okay. And then are we done talking about Kobe White? You got
Are
anything
we?
else you want to say about Kobe White?
Yeah, I'm done.
But because this also kind of flows into the next trade too, of like with they just trade away another star, Miles Bridges. So it's like, you trade away and just to get that full trade. So the Hornets that gave up Miles Bridges and a 2029 first round pick and 2027 second round pick just to get, well, not just, but they get back Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, and a first round pick from 2033. more
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 shooting.
more shooting, more and more shooting, and I mean, and I guess they're cleaning. I mean, they're cleaning house, so they seem to be committed to Charles Lee, and he seems to have a vision of being able, like, I guess he seems to want like high IQ basketball players, but then guys that could also like space the floor and shoot. I guess you got to be able to shoot. I mean, so now I don't know what the power forward from Washington. I'm not sure what he shot from three. I mean, it seems like he may be starting at the four. I'm trying to think of anybody else they may have that's supposed to start at the power forward, but you have Kobe White, uh, Colin Knippel, Brandon Miller. You might even be able to throw in a Royce O'Neal if you're not ready to start the dude from Washington, right? You might be able to throw in a Royce O'Neal, and then you got Nas Reed. I mean, you got 5 guys that can, and Nas Reed, like, don't get it twisted. Like, they used to call like his nickname in high school was like Big Jelly. Like he was like he could get like he nice with the rock. Like he could put the ball on the floor if you have to. So you have 5 guys who can not only like space the floor and stretch the floor and shoot the three ball, but then you've also got, you know, guys that can put the ball on the floor as well. So I think that could just, as a coach, like as a coaching staff, that could just like just open up. Just you could get as creative as possible. I mean, because everybody on the floor can do everything, right? Um, and yeah, I mean, so yeah, that'll be interesting to see, how they look. And I don't know if this is like a thing. Um, because Jeff T got brought it up on his pod of like um he thinks that like because he and I mean it kind of makes sense. He thinks that maybe they're kind of like Charlotte's trying to like clean up like the image maybe in a sense too. Like Melo, like you said, with the driving thing and just uh even Bam Adebayo, those that thing. I mean, but and then just all that, right? And then Miles Bridges, he had the situation, a couple years back as well. Um, so it's like it like makes you wonder like if they're just trying to like I wonder if they are trying to like clean up, what I mean, the organization and trying to get some certain type of guys in there, you know.
Good for them. Good for them. It's needed. You know, they're moving on up. You need a cleaner image. So good job.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because like you gotta think about it, like this organization, like this has been a losing organization for a little while now, for like the a long, long time, right? So to like this is your chance, like you're finally things are on the up and up. You got a great coach. Like let's give him whatever he wants. Like he clearly knows what he's doing. The coaching staff knows what they're doing. Let's give him whatever he wants and let's try to maximize this winning window, to see if a championship can be made out of it, right? And I wonder now, I mean, just to throw it out there though, now I wonder if Brandon, I mean, I hope he is because he's definitely skilled, but I don't know if his situation was, I think his situation was clear, but I wonder if Brandon Miller, but he's still on a rookie deal, so I guess you keep, I guess you got to keep Brandon Miller, right? I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be a free agent next year yeah, next season. So I mean, uh, yeah, I guess you keep him. Just see what you're gonna do with him. Maybe he could be the piece you build around for the future. But yeah, nah, I think I like what the Hornets are doing though for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really interested to see them again. I think their whole philosophy is outshoot the other team. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
they got a new clear image, and I'm excited to see Lamelo with Anthony Edwards. Um,
Yes.
see how many games they play together. But
Come on, let's just see. He played 72 last year, right? I think he might have figured something out. He might have figured
did
something
he?
out.
He was coming off
Yeah,
the bench.
huh?
He was coming off the bench, was he?
What's that got to do with anything?
Anyway, I'm just saying. I hope it works out for the Timberwolves. On paper, it's very exciting, and I
Yeah,
hope they can execute it on the court. But it's
for
separate
sure.
from paper on the court, so that's my biggest thing. I hope they execute it on the court. But I think they got great value. Um, high risk, high reward.
No, for sure.
So we'll see.
For sure.
Since we're got anything else on this one?
Oh no, we good. We good. What we got next? What we got next?
I mean, I feel like we should just finish off the trade. Um, there was one more trade that
Come
happened
on, heavy. Come on, heavy with it. Heavy with it. Come on, come on,
today.
come
Today,
on, come
it
on, come
came
on,
out.
come on.
The Memphis Grizzlies finally traded Ja Morant. Crazy. And then
That is wild.
you must be thinking, what did they trade him? What could they possibly have gotten for this trade? They got Grant and Murray is who they ended up with. Grant and Murray. That's it. Grant and Murray. Are you
What
expecting
picks?
like
What
five
picks?
five first round picks? Are you expecting something? No. Grant and Murray.
What picks though?
Five first round picks from the non existent team because there's no picks.
I'm sure they like it was some cash considerations though, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
No,
No,
that's
no,
it.
no. The cash considerations are probably the cash in the Trailblazers owner's pockets because he's the cheap one. But
Um, wow, it
yeah,
actually happened. The saga's over. We no longer have to wonder where will John Morant play next year. How does the Grizzlies feel about John Morant? Will he get traded? Will the coach stick it out with him? Cam Boozer has number 27. Oh my gosh, John Morant is staying. Maybe, right? Like it makes you wonder why do you have to pick 27? I don't know. But yeah. I think wow. Portland, it makes me wonder if this deal is done. Like I don't know. Like or not, maybe not if the deal is done, but is this like Ja's team? Cause like cause like before the no before the trade, you had Damian Lillard, you had Drew Holiday, you had Scoot Henderson. Uh I think that's it. That's three PGs right there, right? Um,
Yep. 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 Yep.
so and then I mean the guard spot, I mean what? You got Shaden Sharp, uh who's they starting two? I forgot. Or was it Shaden? It wasn't Shaden Sharp. It was somebody else.
I think it was, wasn't it?
Oh, it
Pretty sure it
was?
was.
Maybe it was. You know, Shea Sharp. But yeah, you got 3 point guards. So let's add in another elite when he's at the top of his game, Ja Morant into that mix. Um, and let's give all of this to a coach that's on a 1 year contract, to a head coach that's on a 1 year contract
With team
who may
options. With team options.
with team options, who may or may not be the now. If this is on the coach, respect to the coach, okay? Hey, y'all gave me a contract where I got to fight for my career every year of this deal. So the first year of my deal, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna get one of the I'm not only gonna have one elite point guard on my team, I'm gonna have two elite point guards, and we're gonna make it work. Like I'm gonna have no reason. Imagine like you got like Dane. I don't I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is. I truly wonder what's their vision. There has to be like I wonder what their vision is like in terms of like this
Do
deal.
you
Because
think? Do you think
I mean, I don't know if Drew
there
Holiday's staying. Like I don't know. Oh, well,
there has to be follow-up trades after? Because there's no way I don't see one. I don't see Dame or Drew Holiday coming off the bench. And we don't see Jaw coming off the bench. Um, I don't think they'll do the 3 point guard Billy Donovan thing. Hopefully not.
but with this lineup though,
So then here's the thing, because there's been a rumor, right, that the Trailblazers are interested in Brown. Do you think they could take some of those point guards and trade them for well, from what I've seen they wanted Dame and Jaw to start. Don't know how that's gonna work. That's kind of crazy. Okay. But then maybe like a Drew Holiday Scoot, trade them away to the Celtics with like a ton of picks because they have all the picks from the Bucks, and I think the Celtics want the picks, so maybe they do that. They get Brown, and maybe they're just getting like a mix of stars to try to see like what works, what clicks. It's the only thing I could really think of that makes sense here because it was a very interesting trade of why would you trade for Ja when you already have so many good starting point guards on your squad.
no, yeah, I don't. I mean that is definitely a question mark. Trying to think of like what deal would make sense for Jaylen Brown. 'Cause I could see Jaylen Brown coming to Portland. You would have to get, I think you would have to get rid of. I mean, you would have to put Ja in the Boston. You have to, right? That would make the most sense. Because I don't see Drew Holiday going. I mean, you had Drew Holiday. Why? Why?
They could get him back. They
I
liked him.
mean, yeah, but like, what's the purpose though? I mean, unless like, what I could see maybe like you get a.
Who else can they trade? Who else is Brown getting traded for?
Cause I think they will probably buy him out. They'll probably buy out.
Buy
I could
Brown out?
buy. Oh no, buy Holiday out.
Buy Hol?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
I,
no,
I don't even
no.
know if they can though, because he's
Holiday
due.
has too much value for them to
He's
buy him out.
due. Plus, he's due 34 million next year and 37 million the year after
Yeah,
that.
fine. Enough.
So
That's
yeah,
fine.
I don't know. Unless it's a 3 team trade with like the Heat or something, but I don't even know what the Heat have to. Um. So who would they be able to get for Brown? So Brown is due what? These contract numbers. It's too much. It's too much, brother. Like, it's money. This money that they're making. It's just so he's due. So Jaylen Brown's due 57 million next year. Okay.
Okay.
Like you just gotta stop. You just gotta stop and just think about that. Like
I think the crazy part is that like this is the norm. Like a star player making 57. It's like it's nothing. I think I saw a report that eventually if the Heat re-sign Giannis, he could be making like 72 million or something crazy like that if the cap keeps going up. It's just they're earning way too much money, bro. Like honestly, this needs to stop.
They're earning money, but then the league is probably earning like that much more if they're able to, like give away
Half
these deals.
half of these profits, they should just take it and reinvest it into the community, in my opinion.
Ooh,
Um,
imagine,
so much profits, and then
imagine
like
making the world a better place. Imagine.
I don't know if it's the Trailblazers or I don't know if maybe I'm mixing it with a different sport, but I know there was a team that wants to do renovations on the stadium, and they want the that renovation like money to be from taxpayer money. So I'm thinking like the league makes so much revenue, just take that, reinvest it in either the stadiums, the community around stuff like that. But everybody wants to be money hungry. Who am I?
Just
Just
put
a
it out there.
lonely little guy at the very bottom who knows nothing.
Mm. Just put it out there. It might actually happen. All you gotta do is just, put it out there. Someone's gonna hear it. But yeah, I don't know. Let's figure out though a trade. I mean, because so I guess we've come to the conclusion that Jaylen Brown's probably on the move before the season starts.
100% he's on the move. 100%. I would be surprised if the Celtics start up the season with Brown. The way that
99,
relationship has gone, I don't think it's they could repair it anymore.
99.999999999 percent chance. But yeah, nah, yeah, it seems like the writing's on the wall there. Trying to think. So he's due 57 mil. The money has got to match up. I don't know what picks the Trailblazers have. You have
Give
Drew
them all the
Holiday,
Bucks
who's
picks.
hmm?
All the Bucks picks.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't. I guess you don't trade away Ja, right? Ja's not an option, right?
I
No,
don't
right?
think you could retrade Ja unless
You
you make it
think?
a big deal. But even at that point, why would I don't see them trading Ja. I don't. They
'Cause-
traded for him for a reason. I don't see
uh-huh.
them trading Ja. I see them trading Drew Holiday. Um,
Okay. Because Ja is due 42 million next year. Um, and
just
then
it.
Drew.
Come on, think about it. It'd be crazy if they traded for Ja for like, Grant and I already forgot who else was in that trade.
Chris Murray,
Murray, Chris Murray. Um, and
which
then
is
they go
wild.
ahead and retrade Ja for Brown. You imagine how the Grizzlies might feel if that happened. You traded him for scraps, and now they trade him for an actual good start. That's kind of crazy.
It's like, uh, and you also got to think about from the Grizzlies' perspective. If you're willing to trade Ja Morant away for two players that came off the bench in previous seasons, he must have been that bad, or the relationship between him and the coach must have been like irreparable. Like to not include a star, like a Drew Holiday, like a something. Like I don't. It's wild. Like it's
Yeah,
really wild.
I think it's a make. I think Ja is another one that like with Lamelo. I think his value like just tanked. Because he was seen as the future, and now he got traded for scraps. I think it's just a mixture of one, the off-court pew pew incident. Um, then you have the fact that he got hurt this season. Um, I think with the whole coaching change in the Grizzlies, I think the style that the Grizzlies play is not using Ja to his advantage, which brings his value down. I think if you look at the way the Grizzlies played and the way Ja plays, they're complete opposites, which has tanked Ja's value because he doesn't fit into their system at all. So
Yeah,
I think all those considerations, and maybe because of the play style, probably Ja's mad at the coach too. That relationship could be broken. So I think
yeah,
all of that just tanked his value, and that's why it's they got scraps for Ja at this point.
yeah. 'Cause I think, I mean, from my understanding, like I think it's more like the system is more team oriented. I think with kind of how Coach Igor, wait, no, I don't know if that's I gotta figure out his name, but Timo. I'll sound
Coach,
it out later.
coach.
Coach, Coach. Yes, coach. It seems like his system was maybe more team oriented. And it seemed like, with Ja, I mean, Ja was a system, before, coach got there. Like, I mean, ball was always in his hands. He pretty much had freedom, 90% freedom, on like most possessions to kind of do whatever you want, conduct the offense how you wanted. You win with him or you lose with him, but yeah, it clearly wasn't and maybe I think coach was trying to hold him accountable, especially in the defensive end as well. And that could kind of be a problem too as well. And I think Charles Lee probably did the same thing with Lamelo. Trying to hold him accountable, make him more disciplined. But you know, I think maybe that was and maybe that didn't work out, too well. I mean, clearly DeMelo got traded, but then also, I mean, it makes me think about just to before get back, like Charles Lee probably got a call from like the upper office, like, you gotta put LaMelo back in, like what I mean, like if maybe if it was up to Charles Lee, he probably would have benched LaMelo for the rest of the year. To be honest, I mean, just like kind of just fit overall and stuff. But then it's like you got what I think I forgot what his deal was. What 40 million dollar superstar, coming off the bench. I mean it just that don't make sense. But yeah, I think maybe that was like some accountability thing with John, the new coach. Maybe that was some things, but he gets a new start. So hopefully just leave whatever happened in Memphis, and just start fresh. The new team, new coach, 1 year deal, and see how it goes.
You know what kind of surprised me too? How cheap the owner is, and to be okay with trading for a $40 million player.
Him,
What
Drew
do you think about it?
Holiday,
For the Cubs,
Dame Lillard,
that
like
coach has
brother.
been really cheap. Things. Pretty
I
sure
guess he want
the renovations to the stadium was him, because he's the cheap owner.
probably because like you know what? That's a good point. It probably wasn't, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. So but hopefully, John, outside of Memphis, I don't know what's over there, Portland. I don't know how it is, but hopefully, it's better than Memphis's, pew pew access to John Morant, so he could fix that off the court stuff.
I mean, Dame Lillard is on a team friendly deal as well, so I think he's due about 14 mil next year, as well. So, I mean, I think that's probably a big piece because I did forget. I just seen it. Like he signed that team friendly that what it was like that 3 year for 41 mil that deal after
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
waived after he got cut from Milwaukee. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah, cut insurance. That's what because Milwaukee's still paying him all that money.
hmm
He's still getting it from Milwaukee.
yeah. So I mean. So that's I mean that helps, the Trailblazers as well. So, provide a little flex. So I guess that makes sense, why they're able to kind of so really it's not that much money because really the two heavy cap hitters are Drew Holiday and Ja Morant, essentially. Right? Am I missing somebody? Yeah. Yeah,
No, I
because
guess
then
you're right.
yeah, because Jeremy Grant had a big deal as well. Because his deal was like in the hundreds as well. Like hundreds of million. I
Yeah,
remember he signed so it's like I guess when you look at it from a numbers perspective, and then because I totally forgot about Dame Lillard's contract. You would think that he's making like this big money, but he is just with with a team that he doesn't play for no more. So it's like, but we don't just let's just touch on it a little bit. I mean, I know it's a whole bunch of other deals to get into, but just from a basketball perspective, like what comes in your head? A Dame Lillard, Ja Morant backcourt.
I don't know how they're gonna make it work in terms of Dame Lillard needs the ball in his hands, John needs the ball in his hands. If they could figure that out, it might be possible. Jaw focuses on the interior. Dame Lillard won the 3-point contest while he still was injured. They didn't play one game, but he subbed in for that 3-point contest and won. Um,
Surprised they let him even do that.
yeah, me too, me too. But that goes to show that he has good 3-point skills that could fit in well with Jaw. It's just a matter of can they mesh together, seeing as they're both guards. And the play style is ball dominant. For the
Now that I think
Trailblazers,
about it, my bad. You good.
go ahead, go ahead.
That is pretty wild. Like I'm a Portland Trailblazers fan. I'm waiting for this man to come back, and then I see him in the 3-point contest. Like what? What are we talking about?
It'd
Are
be
you
like
hurt or
that.
not? I guess.
I
I
mean, three
guess.
point is a stationary thing. It's not like he's having contact. So
Right.
maybe that's why. But low cost, high reward for the Trailblazers.
Indeed. Indeed.
If Ja works out and comes back to his old self, amazing trade. They absolutely fleet Memphis. They got everything. If it doesn't work out, they traded two guys that probably weren't gonna get that much minutes on their team anyway.
Mhm.
So I think it's low cost, high reward for Trailblazers. Memphis, I don't know. They're resetting.
Yeah. I'm rebuilding. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty small backcourt just from a physical standpoint. John Morant
That's
6'2". Yeah, John Morant 6'2", Damian Lillard 6'2". Um, I mean, so that's spooky in itself, right? Uh, and also, another thing I just thought of too, a young player that they have, first time All Star, right, right, he was an All Star, I believe. You could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if remember he was an All Star. Your player, your guy, your former potential could have been franchise player, right? He came for the Magic, I believe. I think.
talking about
Yeah.
Denny.
Yeah.
He
He
was
didn't come to
no,
Magic.
no.
I'm thinking. I
He
might be
came
thinking of
from the
Hazonia.
Wizards. You're thinking of
I'm thinking
Hazonia.
of Hazonia. But yeah, you have Denny Avdia. I believe he was All Star, right? Was he All Star?
I think so. Whatever.
Yeah. 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 You could correct me if I'm wrong, but he was an All Star. And he's been playing great, right? Like, he had a tremendous year last year. And then now he was. So,
Yep.
okay, so you have an all-star in
Okay.
Denny Avdia who's been playing great. The ball was in his hands a lot. He was able to make decisions, forced away, forced effort, very physical driver, things like that. You bring in Ja, who requires the ball in his hands, and I mean this is probably another. Oh well, no, well this isn't Timberwolves because I mean Julius Randle's out of the picture, but like now you have three guys, right? Danny Avdia, who's great with the ball in his hands. John Morant, great with the ball in his hands. Dame Lillard. I mean, Dame Lillard, he's a shooter. He can space the floor, so I guess he doesn't really need the ball in his hands. So he may be the one that has to sacrifice a bit, just kind of, spacing the floor a bit. But I wonder how those three will kind of just because Abdia is growing, like he's growing, right? Like he's growing each and every year. The more opportunities you give him. And I mean, it's easy to say like, okay, yo, this is Ja Morant, this is Dame Lillard, like I need you to sacrifice. But then like I'm a young star, like I'm a young growing player. Why do I have to sacrifice? If I'm kind of putting in the work to succeed. So I'm wondering what's that dynamic going to be, especially with a first time head coach. And I mean, like you always mention with first time head coaches, hopefully, the coach from I forgot his name, but hopefully the former assistant coach from the Timberwolves, hopefully he's able, like you always recommend, get some veteran coaches, like some people with head coaching experience. I love that advice you always give for new coaches. Like I hope he does that because I think he's definitely gonna need it. If I mean, because it's a lot, like it's a lot going in. I mean, then you've got Klingon. I mean, you've got pieces, and then you still got Scoot. You still got Shaden Sharp. Like you've got pieces. So, um, will Dame or Ja come off the bench? And you still got Drew Holiday as well. Like, will Drew Holiday come off the bench? Will Drew Holiday still be a Blazer? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot to get into.
A trade. I think a trade has to be done. Like
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's a lot of moving pieces in the Trailblazers, and I don't think they're done. I think something has to be done.
So I guess more than likely, I mean, it sucks, but I guess Drew Holiday will have to be involved in that trade somehow, some way, right? I mean,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, Drew Holiday, maybe not Ja. I mean, probably not Dame. So maybe I don't think Scoot Henderson signed a new deal yet. I don't think he signed a new deal.
Yeah, he could be traded. I
So
know.
yeah, he might be, yeah. Because I mean, you got to get up to that. What he's making like 57 mil, I think, Jaylen Brown. So yeah, I mean, you gotta make it work. But it's a lot though. I mean, I'm curious to see, what. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted, like, so last year, let me just get the stats just so I don't say the wrong thing. So in regards to Portland, just to finally so they did make the playoffs, right? Seven seed, right? I guess maybe we have to wait to see what trades they make, but I guess maybe just just judging by what they have now, like what do you think the expectations are if this is the team? Like is it maybe like past the first round, past the first round? Is it like make the what's so funny?
What are the expectations? So if you think about it, yes, they made the playoffs, but
Right,
nobody expected them to make the playoffs. So they
right, yeah,
overachieved by making the playoffs. And then what do? They do not offer Callum Splitter, contract, and then he goes to the Bulls. So now you got a first-time head coach. You got a whole bunch of new pieces like Ja and whatever else they decide to do. So what is the expectation? Is it just
yeah,
hopefully make it to the playoffs and figure everything out? I guess that would be the expectations. Hope to make
right.
it to the playoffs while figuring out the 30,000 million pieces you got moving right now. To figure out, see how the rest of the NBA takes to the owner being so cheap. Figure that one out too.
So I guess the floor is playoffs. Like the floor has got to be playoffs. The bare minimum has got to be like, okay, this is a playoff team. Um, and on top of that, I mean, of course, the ceiling, I guess, could be as high as the championship if they figure it out. But I think I'd be surprised if this team like makes it to the Western Conference Finals as is. But I don't want to say that just yet. I'll just probably see what other deals they make because there's no way. I mean, if it is, we'll see. But if this is the final team, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited just to tune in to see how they make it work, or if it just, isn't what it's supposed to be. So yeah, no, that'll be interesting to see.
I just want to say that I looked up the stadium thing. It was the Trailblazers. So, you know, just the fact that
Well,
the stadium, there's a proposed 600 million renovation
that's
for their
hilarious.
center. The
Well, that's
Blazers'
not.
new ownership refuses to contribute. They wanted to
Yeah,
be
that's
taxed
not.
more money.
Yeah, that's not hilarious at all. Actually, no. But yeah, yeah, this owner out of pocket. I don't know. He different. He's there. I guess,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
he's
I
going
don't think
about
this.
it.
I think this is his first year. I don't think this is the publicity you kind of want when you just.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you think of
Um,
some of the new owners. You got like the Phoenix Suns owner who decided I'll just pay whatever tax for BO and KD back in the day. Um, the Clippers owner spends like crazy. Um, the Timberwolves I think got new ownership with A-Rod and whatever that group was, and they're spending. So other people are spending. It's interesting that Portland decides to be cheap, but
I ain't
we
gonna
shall
hold you
see.
though. I mean, technically, I believe this is this owner's first off season. It seems like it, right? I don't know. It, I would, I would guess that it is the owner's first off season.
Yeah, man. If he couldn't afford the team, he should have just not bought it. That's all I'm
Cause,
saying.
but you got to think about it though. Like was a great trade though. Like to be honest, like I mean, you get Ja Morant for Jeremy Grant and Chris
I
Murray.
mean, yeah, yeah, I agree. The trade was good. I just with the I'm talking about more about the bad publicity that the owner is getting. You probably if you're aiming to build a culture, you're making some weird trades. You're not necessarily giving a good spotlight to the team by being cheap. It's a lot of moving things.
Indeed, indeed. We'll see.
Um,
We'll see what the
we
Portland
shall
do.
see. We shall see. Something I thought of while we were discussing. I know we're past the Timberwolves and Lamelo, um,
Mhm.
but I think they should go out and get Lonzo Ball, for that backup point guard.
Get Jello too.
I mean, I don't know about Jello, but I mean Lonzo. Yes, Lonzo can. He was still playing, not shooting the best, but defending pretty well when he was with
They
the Cavs.
could.
So they could go get him.
They
Like
could.
like LeVar said, the chemistry between his boys is pretty good. So
You do technically need a backup PG. I
yeah,
mean, I don't think you have one. I mean, Bones. I think the only other PG I'm thinking of is Bones. I mean, Ayo. I think that's the value that Ayo brings, right? Because he can fill in for that PG role while Lamelo's on the bench. You know what I mean? So I think that would be a lot of value as well. While he can play that off guard spot. So I mean, you also got AO as well, but I mean, why not? I think that'll be like one of those low risk, high reward signings. If it works, it works. If it don't, then it don't. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it though.
yep. All right, are you ready for the next stuff?
Ready.
All right. So free agency does start tomorrow, but I think people are allowed to talk and negotiate and agree with their own free agents that they have.
Hmm.
So some people have come to an agreement, nothing signed, but just an agreement so far. Um, so let's start off with a few of them. Kick it off. Let's start off with the Warriors because I have them right here. The first one is Porzingis. They're re-signing Porzingis on a 2-year, $40 million contract.
Nice.
Um, and along with that, they re-signed Al Horford. Where is it? 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 Hold on, this was a while ago. Al Horford is signing a new 2-year, $14 million deal.
Nice.
And then Draymond Green opt out, and I think they're gonna
That was
discuss
wild.
a new deal about Draymond Green since he opt out.
That was wild. Um, I like it. I like the deals on Porzingis. Solid. 20 mil. I mean, that is a lot. I'm curious how many games he played. He must be like somewhat healthy then for them to give him 20 mil a year. Because
Mm,
I'm not doubting his skill at all. I mean, Porzingis is one of the more skilled bigs, in the league. Yeah, so I mean he played 32 games last year, 42 games the year before that. Um, $20 million a year for someone who clearly has shown that they're probably like last time he played 60 games was 4 full seasons ago. So, um, yeah, and I mean, he's probably played 60 games, over 60 games twice in his career. So, and he's been in the league uh a few years. I ain't gonna get into when, but a few years. So yeah, I think it's a big deal. Not and I'm like I said, I'm not down his skill at all. He's a great, very skilled big. He can definitely fit their system in terms of stretching the floor and giving some different options. So I just hope he's healthy. If he is, it's a great deal. If not, then um, yeah, stop playing Monopoly. All right, what we got?
stop playing Monopoly is crazy. Um, so Horford, cool. Nice little veteran there. Porzingis, injuries, crazy. Um, that amount of money for the injuries he has, crazy. But I think at a point you try to commingle for him, and then you can't just let him walk in a sense because he traded Kaminga. So that's kind of crazy. Draymond opting out. Um, so I think that's just to give Warriors flexibility. But now, have you seen the rumor? Now, this is a big rumor. It's very
Yes, I
unlikely to
have.
happen.
Yes, I have.
The rumor of Golden State wanting to trade for AD and then try to sign LeBron. What do you think about that?
That would just be. I mean, I think it'd just be. I wonder if that's what Curry wanted. You know, that's what it seems like. I mean, Curry is kind of on the latter end of his career. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's just more so. Thank you for giving us 3 championships. Now, what do you want? Hey, you make can we get LeBron and AD? I mean, AD, the situation in Washington is a little up in the air. His value may be questionable. And then, LeBron, I mean, the Lakers seem to be going a different direction. You know what I mean? So it may be time for that, for him to go too. So let's make it happen. It could work though. I mean, I think they'll make it work. LeBron and Curry, I mean, they're vets, so they'll figure it out. AD's also another vet, so they're all, and the three of them are like they're championship players. So it's like they're all veterans, so they all know how to play. So I wouldn't be too worried about it working. It would be interesting though for sure.
The likelihood of it happening, what do you think?
Likelihood of that happening. I'm trying to think of what the Warriors would give away. Like, would Jimmy be gone?
Yeah, probably. They
Right?
got a max contract, so it's no big deal.
Um, I mean, where would Jimmy go too as well? Like, would he go to
I mean, he's not
Washington?
playing this season, so he'll be on.
He's not. He's still hurt.
He's hurt. He's hurt. I think. I
What
don't
was
think he'll
it?
play this season.
It was his.
ACL, I think.
Dang. Oh, I thought he would have
ACL.
been back. 'Cause I thought he did that like earlier in the season.
I thought he did it like earlier in the year, like late in the season, but early this year.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think it was like a February, March thing, maybe somewhere around
Okay. Yeah. Hoping to be cleared early next season. Okay. So yeah, he might. Yeah, he
early
might
next
be.
season.
Yeah, he might be out a little bit. Um. Yeah. So I guess maybe, but then Jimmy's hurt. So like you said, so would you even want to trade for Jimmy? I don't know.
I mean, if AD requests a trade and says I want the Warriors, then I mean,
I'm really trying to think of the AD piece. Like I don't know like how the AD piece will work. Cause like what would the Wizards want? Like, in return. Like I mean, cause who do the Warriors have to give up? I mean, unless the Wizards are just rebuilding and just want more draft picks.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't think they're rebuilding, but I think if it comes down and AD says I really don't want to play here, I'm not gonna resign with you guys next year. Um,
Right.
if his heart's not in playing with that Washington team, then you got to trade it for something.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that'd be interesting though. That'd definitely be an interesting team, an interesting lineup. Uh, so yeah, LeBron, he is so yeah, I mean he is an unrestricted free agent, so I guess he's free to sign wherever he wants, I believe. Right?
Yep.
So I mean, yeah, they could definitely get LeBron there. I guess it would just be about getting AD there. And maybe Jimmy for AD. I mean, you know, maybe that could work because then. But then I don't know. You got AJ the Banster. Like I don't know how Jimmy and AJ and yeah, I don't know. So maybe not Jimmy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I really like. I'm trying to go through the Warriors roster to see what do they have to give up. And
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The likelihood of it happening is very unlikely, in my opinion, just because of
yeah,
all those moving parts.
yeah. Maybe not AD, but Braun. Yeah, Braun could happen though. I mean, Braun could sign with him. I mean, he's free to sign wherever he wants. He's an interesting spot too, because I mean, because last year he made two. I think his last contract was the 2 for 51 mil, and then he accepted his player option last year. So now it's like, what deal? Like, what's his market now? I mean, he had a great year last year statistically, right? So it's like he can still put those numbers up. So and then I think it's tough for teams because it's like, do you want to invest this much into a 40 or 42-year old? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a 40-year old. Like even though this 4-year old is putting up numbers, like, do you still want to win? Like, because that's going to take away development from, what I mean, maybe some other wings that you have, or, but then again, they'll be able to learn kind of from him. But so it's like maybe if you're a team that, you may be looking to like kind of develop your wings and give your wings some more time, or, you may be kind of deficient in that area, then maybe you get LeBron. But I don't know. I mean, that'd be interesting because it don't seem like LeBron would be like kind of in the Udonis Haslam, DeAndre Jordan, type of role, like just like just on the bench, just cheering his teammates on and just holding everybody accountable. Like, I mean, if you could still drop 25 and 6, like, I mean, why not be out there?
Yeah. All right. Next few signings. Let's see. We talked about Kobe White. Mark Williams is signing a 3-year, 38 million contract to return to the Suns. You know, good little center for them. Um, anything from your end?
Yeah, agree. The center, 24 years old, so still young, can still develop. Uh, I mean, it's just really just staying healthy. That's really it for him. You got the deal, and good and not too high. I mean, 38 million is a lot of money, but just from what we see in the NBA, I mean, it's like a value thing. Like it's kind of one of those low risk deals. Like I mean, you're gonna get something from him, but then if he turns out to be like kind of what he was on the verge of becoming in Charlotte, that double machine then I mean, this is gonna look like a great value for you. So it's kind of a good deal, because it's kind of low value, but he could outperform it, you know.
Next, I'm gonna bundle these three together.
Okay.
Um, your favorite team made the move, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, I thought you
First
were
off,
trolling.
why would I be trolling? Okay, first
I
off,
thought you was going to say
some
your favorite team, the Brooklyn Nets.
that I don't think the Brooklyn Nets have done anything else outside of Randall. Anyway, OKC. Um, the player that we said was next up to get traded, we were absolutely correct. Isaiah Joe got traded to the Pistons for two future second round picks. You guys
Ah,
love your second round picks.
yeah.
Um, so shout out to the Pistons for getting the shooter. In addition to that, we have Isaiah Hartenstein intends to re-sign a 3-year deal. What is this? 75, I think it is. 3 years, 75.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they picked up Lou Dort team option for 17 million for the season.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead,
Indeed.
floor is yours, OKC fan.
So much to get into. Way to lock up your center for the future. And Hartenstein,
Very
very
important.
important piece. Not just a rim protector, not just a high IQ player, can set his teammates up, a great passer from the big position. Just is very, very comfortable, and looks very good in Mark Dagnall and his coaching staff system. So definitely a very high priority signing, and it was done. So kudos to the front office for that. Um, Isaiah Joe, I mean, it's another Aaron Wiggins situation, right? Coach, why are these guys on the bench? Why are these guys on the bench? Why is Aaron Wiggins on the bench? He's an NBA champion. Why is Isaiah Joe on the bench? He's an NBA champion. I guess they were gonna get moved. And it's interesting. And I have like a couple theories. I just don't know what it was like. I don't know what it was like. Were they just preserving them, like preserving their trade value? Like I don't know if that's what they were doing but then I don't know if that so maybe that okay your face says no so okay let me throw that theory out
I'm
the
just
window.
saying, with the preserving their value, they only got second round picks for them. So I mean,
I'm trying I mean so I guess I don't know because they're good guards but I
the
mean I
only thing
think
I
both
could the only thing I could see would be you kind of needed to trade them to have maybe the money to re-sign Hartenstein. Maybe you need
indeed
that money. Seeing as how Chet's
yeah
making $41 million a year.
yeah that's a great point that's ooh, that was the plan all along. Sam Presti cold. You know how cold that is to give Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins these, you could arguably say they're big deals because of their playing time, right? And then you're like kind of banking on being able to trade them. I guarantee you they had this plan all along. I guarantee you. Like, and they had this plan. You had this plan to kind of trade those to keep their value up a little bit, just to be able to keep Hartenstein. Like that would be crazy if that was. I mean, it's a cold business. I mean, Isaiah Joe and Wiggins got their money. So, I mean, yeah, but then they have to move to a whole nother state. So that's tough on the end as well. But but yeah, I think Detroit they get a great shooter, a great floor spacer. I saw that Detroit also signed Kevin Herter, to the 3 year, 27 mil. So I mean, you still got Kevin Herter, you still got Isaiah Joe. Um, Duncan Robinson's a free agent, right? Or no, he's not. I don't think so.
Ooh, good question.
I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out. But yeah, like you still have, some shooting. You give K shooters, right? K likes to, move that ball around. You saw what Duncan Robinson did. You add in Kevin Herter was hurt, so that kind of hurt them a little bit. Oh man, dang, where's my sound effects? But um, but yeah, I think Isaiah Joe would
He's on
definitely
the
be a
contract.
great. He's on the contract. Okay.
Duncan's still on the contract for 26, 27, and then 27, 28.
Oh, so he ain't going nowhere. So I mean, you got Duncan Robinson, Isaiah Joe, and Kevin Herter. I mean, that's great. That's a great plethora of shooters to choose from. Do you need three sets of shooters? I don't know. I mean, but then Kevin Herter's making like 9 mil a year, so I mean, I'm sure that's not too bad.
They could
But
trade Duncan. I mean, Duncan's
yeah,
making 15, so if they want to save money, they trade Duncan.
kept hearing like Duncan to the Heat, but I don't know.
Ah!
Like these reunions are crazy. Like Drew Holiday to back to the Celtics and then Duncan to the Heat. But yeah, I think Isaiah Joe's a great get for them. I mean, Lou Dort, 17 mil. Just gotta be able to hit shots. I mean, that's really it. We know what you can do in the defensive end. It's just when it's playoff time and being able to hit shots and space the floor and keep the defense honest. So uh, we'll see if gets in that gym and see if he's a better player next year.
Um, so yeah, I think like you said, Pistons got a great shooter. Um, you talked about Kevin Herter, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go off that one too. They kept another shooter, so shout out to them. They're loading up on their shooters, the Pistons, and I think that's really what they need. Well, they need a bucket getter, but that's something else that's gonna be
Mm.
harder for the Pistons to solve.
So they
Seeing as
need
how they're gonna
Jaden
have to
Ivey.
pay for them. Huh?
They need Jaden Ivey.
Anyway, they're paying Duran
McDonald's
30
apple
mil.
pies. McDonald's apple pies. Yum yum yum.
30, $30 billion to Duran. They got the shooters. I think it's important for OKC that they got Hartenstein because Chet's not your center of the future at this point. A lot has to be done with Chet, so I think keeping him long term, Hartenstein long term especially, I think is very valuable. It gives you time to really evaluate Chet and see if he could actually, grow, or if it comes time to, cutting your losses, trading him, and telling Mara who do you just drafted to take his spot.
Dang,
Um,
man, I forgot about Mara. Jeez Louise. Oh man.
yeah,
Man.
so, Chet better step it up. Chet better step it up. And then good thing nice to see that they kept Dort. There was a lot of talks about maybe he was gonna get traded, so it's nice to see that he got to stay. Moving on, Jose Alvarado is signing a 3-year, 14 plus million deal to return to the Knicks. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Good for him. Hometown
Dang,
hero.
dang, bro. No flag, bro. It's crazy, bro. Dang, bro.
What you think this is? It's right here. What you think
Hey.
it is?
um. Oh, did you want to talk about do you want to just add in the Landry Shamet deal too? Might as
Yes,
well.
yes. Landry
Yeah.
Shamet. You have it up.
Yeah, it's a 4 year, 24 mil.
4 year, 24 mil. Yeah, that's another one. He was doing pretty well for them. So
He
nice to
was.
see what they kept him.
He was great. Jose Alvarado, he played amazing. This is another Kobe White situation, right? You know, returning to your home state, and balling out. Uh, and he was rewarded for it. 4 year, like was it 4 year? Was it
14 plus million.
14? Yeah.
Yeah, 14
Was it?
plus. I think when they say plus, it's probably like 14 point something, which wasn't specified.
It's got to be 3 year. That's got to be a 3 year deal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
okay,
3 year.
that's 3 years.
Three
Okay,
year,
my bad. I
14
was about
plus.
to say
So it's
four.
around the same money. Right
Yeah.
now, he has 4.5. I think 14 plus, maybe he's like, I want to say maybe he's around 4.5, 4.6, around the same thing.
Well, that's good. That's good. Just gets it for a longer period.
Yeah.
Now he was definitely important for their run, and there was definitely moments where he was in those finals games in crunch time, right? alongside Jalen Brunson, right? So maybe Ja and Dame Lillard can work it out. Maybe they can, make it work. Right. So if Jalen Brunson and Jose Alvarado can make it work, so can Portland, right? So we'll see what that does. But yeah, I like Jose Alvarado. I mean, he's a New Yorker, like you said, so there was definitely some extra motivation there, playing from your home state. And I mean, he showed out and, got a ship for it. So we'll see over these next 3 years, along with Landry Shamet, provide some great floor spacing. Mike Brown definitely put a lot of trust in him. I don't know if Shamet said it, Landry Shamet said it, or somebody said it. I think like as soon as Mike Brown got the job, like he was top of his list, like he was top priority on Mike Brown's list, Landry Shamet. So there was definitely a recipe that they have going, and I mean, it led to a championship, and him trusting Landry Shamet, and then Coach Brown trusting Landry, in those crunch time moments. There's definitely something there, and so keep that going as long as possible, for 4 more years. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they'll get another one. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
That
Um,
owner, he ain't going into that apron though. I mean that.
he not. He not.
See, I gotta, you know. I
So
mean,
we'll see. We'll see how it
I'll get
goes.
you Landry. I'll get you Landry. I'll get you Alvarado. Might have to stop right there. I mean, everybody, everybody else might,
That
uh,
minimum for everybody else.
right. Uh,
Next up, we had the Celtics sign Ron Harper Jr. to a new 3-year, $9 million deal to return. Pretty solid for him. He did pretty well with the Celtics. Glad he got the opportunity to stay there long term.
I mean, he's had a long journey. Being the go-to guy, in college. I think he even won his conference player of the year, or he was first team all conference, one or both of those, right? But then you gotta go through G League, right? You gotta grind it out. You know what I mean? And you gotta, get out the mud. Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, but like, you gotta do that, and he did that, and it's got him a deal. So hopefully he's able to, get this and keep growing on it.
Yep, yep, I agree. I think the next few ones are a few like people opting in or opting
Hmm.
out. We have Fred VanVleet opting into 25 million player option.
As he should.
He's needed. He's needed for the Rockets. They desperately needed him this season.
What I wanted to ask was like, does this mean like, so he opted in? Does this mean like they're not committed to him long term, or is it more of like a let's see how you come back off an injury,
Yeah, I think
or
it's
is it?
more of Fred VanVleet is taking the 25 mil and not risking it. That's what I
I
think it
guess,
is.
but I guess he would like because I mean he would have declined if they were going to offer him a longer term deal. It may not have
But
been 25.
maybe it wasn't 25, and I think he
Oh,
preferred a
it's
contract
definitely
for
not. I mean
25.
the yeah, usually the long term deal is definitely not going to be what your
Yeah,
option is.
opt
So
in and get 25. Play out. Hopefully, you get a better contract.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
We have
Keep it
James
up.
Harden declined his player option, and he's working to get a new deal with the Cavs.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get done.
I'm going to get that. Zach LaVine opted into his 49 million player option with the Kings. That's a lot of money for Zach LaVine. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Darius A. Cup, you gonna have to get them rebounds, bro. I ain't finna hold you. You gonna have to get them rebounds. Zach Levine
Yeah,
is shooting it every time it touches his hands. Every time it gets past half court.
yeah.
The shot is going up. The ball just get the rebound.
He better enjoy those 49 million because he ain't getting anywhere near that next time.
49 mil.
Yeah,
How am I gonna get my return on investment? And I'm the Sacramento King. First of all, I'm the Sacramento Kings. And then like
got
I
the
gotta
right
pay
question mark.
right. I'm the Sacramento Kings. And I'm paying Zach Levine close to 50 mil. I mean, he's a great player, but dang, shout out to his agent. Jeez,
Yeah.
jeez Louise. Good for him though. That's good money.
We have Aiton. from the Lakers opting into his 8.1 million player option.
That's
And
interesting.
with the Lakers too, Marcus Smart declined his player option. And he's gonna
Oh,
become a free agent, so we don't
good
know
for
what will
him.
happen. But
Good
yeah,
for him. I'm proud of him. That's good. That's actually really good. I didn't even see that one, Marcus Smart. So I'm glad you actually played. He's been playing. He played amazing in the playoffs, like amazing. So he's definitely gonna have some suitors after him, for sure. Aiton. So for him to opt into it, it just must mean. I mean, it just must mean that it's getting spooky. I mean,
yeah,
it's getting spooky.
yeah.
Uh, Dominating or throwing the bacon. I mean, it's gonna be you got to dominate this year. I mean, it's you got to. I mean, you got to do it. Um, that's it. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing else to say.
Yeah, him opting into 8 million, that's how you know it's gone him. First
I
overall
mean,
pick.
this is like what that deal he signed with the we're talking about somebody who had a what is
Max
that deal
deal.
he signed?
He signed a
Four for
max deal
four
with the Sun.
four for 132.
Yeah,
4 for 132. 33 mil a year. And we gotta go down to 8 mil.
it-
Then we got
it-
yeah, so,
his heart's not in it like he thought it would be.
yeah. I mean,
Unlike
so
Marcus Smart, who plays there, puts everything on the court, and now might
yeah.
get a bigger pay raise because he played well for the Lakers.
I mean, he's 27 years old, so he still has a little time, So, but this guy, I mean, he's gotta leave it all out there this year. I mean, that's it.
Next, we have Andrew Wiggins is gonna sign a 3-year, 64 million contract to stay with the Giannis Antetokounmpo, uh, second highest scorer in the NBA, Bam Adebayo Heat.
I like it. Um,
They needed
you
pieces, so good thing they kept him.
lock in one of your starters. He's 31 years old, so he's a little. I mean, yeah, he's in his prime, I guess. So, you lock in one of your prime starters. Bam's 28. Giannis, I don't know what. Giannis might be around the same age as Bam, to be honest, if not closer. So Giannis is 20. Well, yeah, Giannis is 31, same age as Wiggins. So, yeah, I mean, you lock in Wiggins. He's solid defender. Good scorer. So, I mean, you had to lock him in. So you got rid of Hero, you got rid of Ware. So you got to keep as much as you can. You know.
Yep. I just lost where I was at. Okay, next up we have Bradley Beal opt out of his deal with the Clippers.
Wow.
So we'll see if he stays with the Clippers. Maybe I'll go to Miami. Never know. Miami needs pieces.
Hey, but he had a pretty big deal though. He had a pretty big
He
contract.
had a
Or no?
5.6 billion deal with the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
That was like a minimum.
Oh yeah. I
Uh,
thought he was still on that other deal.
a quick trade that I missed.
Hmm.
The Kings traded Devin Carter and a future second round pick to the Atlanta Hawks. I have no idea what they got back. The tweet doesn't say what they got back. Uh, so I'm guessing it's something else significant. Maybe it's a second round pick they got back or cash considerations. But crazy to see that they're trading yet another guard who they drafted in the lottery. So the Kings will be the Kings.
Darius Acuff, welcome to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Uh,
This
right,
is your
next,
year. This is your year to get all your numbers. Oh wow, this is a promising prospect. We'll take Ryan Rollins. We'll take Ryan Rollins and 3 first round picks.
first round picks. No, 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 no. They'll trade him away for the greatest Bucks player, Antetokounmpo.
You sure? I'm sure he'll be in Miami. I'm sure he'll be in Miami by then, bro. I'm sure he'll be in
No,
Miami.
no, 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 no. He's not going to Miami. He's not
Not
going.
going to Miami.
He's not going to Miami. Thanasis
Man,
Antetokounmpo. Thanasis is a loyal buck.
it's a
Who will
loyal
take
buck, a loyal buck or a loyal brother. Which one? I think more so the
um
brother. Blood is
well,
thicker than water, man.
we'll never know. Right. Next up, um
I ain't
Nurkic
know
intends
Thanasis love animals like that. All right, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nurkic intends to sign a 2-year, 22 million
Damn,
contract with the Jazz.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So is Walker Kessler gone?
He wasn't Nurkic the backup center.
Was? I don't remember him being on that team.
He was, yeah, he was on that team.
That's how you know I ain't watched no Jazz. I ain't watched no Jazz games at all.
There was nothing to be excited for the Jazz. Now there is.
Like,
Maybe we'll catch some. Again, they're 10
yeah,
o'clock games. So who knows if we'll actually catch one? Because I ain't staying till 10 o'clock.
like, god dang. Like, I mean, I watched OKC bad years because I was a fan. Like, Jazz, I know y'all not trying to win, so it's like, what is the point? I mean, y'all got Darren Peterson now. You know, you got some pieces. You got Triple J, so I'll probably tune into a couple. But okay. I mean, a good backup center, Nurkic. I mean, he's gonna find his way to get a deal, get another deal. I mean, he keeps a job. Nurkic keeps a job, so I'm not really too surprised. But yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, Jazz seem to be doing some things.
All right, the last two deals finally
Let's
towards
get
the
it.
end of. Julian Champagny signed 3 years, 45 million with the Spurs, and then Harrison Barnes signed a 1 year, 8 million deal.
Wow, 8 million.
8 million.
Wow, it's a lot. Um, Champagne, great shooter, great floor spacer. Things just gotta. I think his next level, like I said, I think I said in one of the finals games. I mean, I think it's just next level development. It's probably just gonna be keeping the defense honest. You know, putting the ball on the floor. You know what I mean, and being able to drive and create different mismatches. I mean, but then he's also got to hit shots. I mean, you out there to do one thing, right? Just hit threes. So if you could do that, maybe now, make the closeouts more aggressive, create more opportunity, maybe some lofter opportunities for Wemby or just more ball movement opportunities, and I think he could do a lot to help that team. But no, I mean, you got to shooting is a what they say. Shooting is a premium. So
Yep.
yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, shooting is a premium. So I mean, if you got a shooter in your organization, I mean, you keep him, as much as possible. OKC did it with Isaiah Joe. Well, I mean, you trade him away, but they but Detroit has clearly lives by that. Kevin Herter, Isaiah Joe, and Duncan Robinson. So yeah, Champagne, great deal. And then Harrison Barnes. So that must mean I wonder if that means like he's gonna get some minutes. Like, I mean, but then again, I guess 8 million isn't too crazy, but
They got
8 million,
they got money. I feel like the Spurs have money because
yeah,
Wemby's technically still on his rookie deal. So
essentially,
they
yeah.
have money to spend. Wemby's on his rookie, Castle's on his rookie, Harper's on his rookie.
Yeah, dang, I forgot about. Okay, okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So they have
Yeah,
money to spend. So I think they were, here's a nice little payday, keeping him in that veteran leadership role there with the Spurs.
Castle in my head was a max player already. So maybe
Crazy.
that's yeah, but
Tony
yeah,
Fox. Tony Fox.
yeah. I mean, is that not, so? I guess that's not a lot. So I guess 8 million for Barnes. That's not a lot.
I don't think so. It's probably like here's a nice little payday before we have to actually start paying people like one of these.
Okay, yeah. But I
Um,
like Champagne, Yeah.
yeah, Champagne, it's a nice one. Um, was it? I'm pretty sure he was waived a few years ago from what
Philly.
76ers, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So nice little story for him to be able to, go from that to be contributing to a team um that went to the finals and then they want him so much that they re-signed his deal. And I think they restructured this deal because I think they could have kept him. He had a team option, and then they declined it to give him more money as he deserves. So, shout out to him for getting that in that journey, and shout out to the Spurs for doing that for him too.
Yeah, Philly's got too many of those stories.
Yeah.
It's getting spooky. But yeah, no, definitely shout out to the Spurs. Keeping those pieces that led to this championship run and see if they can make it back.
Yes, sir. That's it. I think I'm
That's
at
it.
the end of Cham's little tweet. So we'll see.
Yo,
Tomorrow we'll get like 50 more tweets.
facts. So yeah, we'll see tomorrow. The actual deadline. After 6 p.m. Uh,
Well, it starts at 6 p.m. Yeah,
oh,
I don't think
starts at
it's a
6.
deadline. It starts at 6 p.m.
Oh, so yeah. So definitely a lot of deals. So I guess there will be some extensions too, most likely, right? Tomorrow too as well, right?
Probably.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
think it's more. We'll probably mainly see people going to other teams tomorrow.
okay.
So,
Okay, so yeah. See where LeBron signs. Hopefully he signs tomorrow, or if he does another South Beach decision.
so yeah,
We'll see.
a TV special. Tune in next Saturday. I think I
But
need 2 weeks to think about where I want to take my talents.
oh man, but yeah, no, but yeah, we'll see next vid. And then I guess I was gonna say who won the trade, but let's probably wait till next vid because then we'll have all the deals in and see what team is looking the best and what team was like kind of maybe dropped the ball. But this year though, Pat Riley's picking up that phone, so it's looking on the up and up this year.
You woke up.
He woke up, he left the grocery cart. Uh, and yeah, um, that'll be all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, like we said earlier. Turn on post notifications, and we'll catch you in the next video. Be out.